guys, welcome to today's video. Today we are playing Silent Assault by Color Dreams. I don't think I've noticed playing a Color Dreams game before, so let's see what kind of game. Alright, this is a very interesting game to say the least to start off. Alright, so there is no shooting up. Controls are not the best responsive. A lot going on, not necessarily good. It's not necessarily like it's a horrible game. We have definitely played a lot worse. It just feels like the game doesn't know what it wants to do. Like, I guess they decided not to be fully, like, warlike, if that makes sense, where it's like, yeah, we are a soldier game, but, I mean, the enemies turn into bats. We have jellyfish dropping God knows what down. The sprite work is pretty abysmal though. Like, our guy isn't even like actually pointing a gun. He just shoots missiles, not even bullets. They look more like fucking missiles just coming out of him. The level design, like, you know, I've seen a lot worse. It's not as bad as I guess it could be. Gameplay is pretty boring and drab. Like I said, the controls aren't the best. Like, he doesn't respond how you want him to, as much as you would like. Oh, you can shoot out. Doesn't work very well, but you can shoot up. Oh, there we go. We got a machine gun now. Alright, so shooting jellyfish is a good thing. They're power-ups. I stepped on the jelly bean and I died. Yeah, I was having a hard time shooting up, and like I think it's just because of the kind of poorly done the controls just don't function right. You input certain things and they don't. And none of your stuff sits on the screen very long. It's like they did such a bad job that they really could not keep enough shit on the screen. They might have been having memory issues. Like, I've never played a game where stuff disappears way too soon, to where it's a chore and you almost cannot get to them. We ran out of our shotgun, I guess. It's like either get it and get hit, or don't get it. But we don't get to do both. It's kind of crappy how quick you lose your power-ups. Like, we're never going to get to that one. Yeah. Avoid jelly beans. God damn it. The jumping kind of sucks. I thought we had clearance and we didn't. We died on a jelly bean again. Like, you know what? All in all, I feel like this was like a first attempt on a very new company. And I would give them the fact that it's not bad in that regards. Like, if this was a game from a actual reputable, you know, company that we all knew, then I would say, you know, it's then just terrible. But given the fact that I don't think we've ever seen, and probably won't again, as a first attempt, it doesn't know what it wants to do, but I feel like they were trying some stuff out and experimenting. And, you know, I give them credit on that. It isn't the worst game I've played. I would actually prefer playing this to a lot of the games that we played on this channel. I think the worst part about the game really is the controls. I think it's sluggish, it's unresponsive, and a lot of the stuff that you try to do, half the time you don't get to do. Like, it feels like our character is getting caught up on invisible walls here and there, where we try to move and we're not able to. I felt that a bunch of times where like there, prime example where I'm trying to move, I mean, at least it kind of did something, but that boss was kind of bad. Like, nothing about the game is good or screams quality. Throwing wrenches at us, that's awesome. How do we get down here? I guess here. Oh, God. Wow, these mechanics are throwing some super wrenches at us, man, I tell ya. Trying to hit anything is also just a chore and a half. I mean, but all in all, I mean, the game is playable. It's silly. I think they wanted to give it. I don't know if there was like an issue where they were planning on something different, which the name really implies, and our main guy kind of implies, like it was going to be more of an actual like soldier-esque game. But I feel like somewhere along the lines, they wanted to be more kid-friendly. Because it feels like they did a lot to take a warlike element out of the game. Like, I mean, the fact that the guys die and turn into bats. Like, I don't know if there maybe was when this game came out, there was like some strife somewhere, and they decided against what they originally planned and kind of changed up a lot of stuff. But that's kind of how I get that's kind of what I feel like on this game, is that they wanted to do something else, but they had to change halfway through or part of the way through or something, and like the game suffered for it. We didn't get any power-ups. But these bosses are really just bad. Although this one's going to be a pain in the ass. There we go. I mean, the bosses, like, everything about the game is, it feels half done. It feels like half cocked. Like they just ran out of time, ran out of money. Kind of, just the feel I get of everything. Like they kept the, most of the backdrops and everything. I think they changed the enemies and changed a few things that was going on. I mean, they made it colorful and just kind of like there was a couple games back in the thing where in order to do it, they had to change like just the colors of everything because it was too warlike. And there was a couple instances like that, and I feel like this is one of those. Grr. I mean, I think we've seen enough. I think we get the gist of the game. It is playable. It is kind of fun. It's kind of silly. I think it works good. I think they did do what it... Like, looking at this, what it was... Like, I'm surprised this didn't get changed. But looking at the main title screen and then watching the actual game... It's two different things. Like, we got like rainbow things and just, I don't know. Like, it's just so, doesn't fit. You know, none of it fits in anything. To where I really, really stand by the fact that I feel like this game was supposed to be an army man, soldier, you know, Rambo-esque game, and something happened in production and it turned into this. Which, granted, is not the end of the world. It's not that bad. But the controls really make it a very slightly more difficult game than it needs to be. And the fact that it really is a kind of... The backgrounds are decent, but not good. And just, like, the enemy design is pretty basic. It's lackluster. It isn't as bad as it could be. But it isn't as good as it probably should have been, really, and that's about it. It's disappointing but playable. I really wish that the controls were a little bit better. I think that alone would make the game better. I think the hardest part I had was trying to get everything to actually do what I wanted it to do when I wanted it to do it was definitely the crux of the game. Otherwise, like, it seems like, again, like it was a first or second attempt of a very small company that did the best they could for whatever the hell was going on at the time. And I commend them for that, because we have seen so much worse than this. But with that being said, guys, thank you so much for joining me. Till next time, you guys have a great day.